Hello, my wonderful viewers. Welcome to my platform. This is Linda's TV show. If it is your first time of coming across this channel and you like what you see after watching, please subscribe, put on your notification bell, set it to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to get notified each time I upload a new video, even those without notification. Here we react to all forms of videos, international and local. Every Saturday by 2 p.m. we have our interaction section. You are free to call in to air your opinion about the happenings in our society. Invite your friends, share my videos with your families and colleagues. Do not keep this information to yourself. Myself, I will be sitting down here to watch this video together with you from the beginning to the end. Then we'll go to the comment section and leave our comments, our opinion about the video we watch constructively.
Such as Soludo, I hope you knew the case that led to the emergence of Eastern Security Network by the IPOB movement. Professor Charles Soludo, you are aware how many of our people, our farmers, mothers and fathers, our sisters, our wives, who was killed in their farmland by the Fulani terrorists in Anambra State. Professor Charles Soludo, I hope you are aware, when Mazen Nandekano was on Radio Biafra calling out the entire Eastern region governors to find a lasting solution to secure the life of our people, so that our people will go back to their agricultural system of farming. And the so-called governors of the Eastern region ignore that call of Mazen Nandekano. For that case, everyone in our land abandoned their farmland, and the hunger was nearly take over our land. Then, as this call by Mr. Mazen Nandekano, the great leader of Biafra movement, as he continued being consistent in calling out the governors from this particular Biafra land, and no one responded. They keep on deceiving the people. They keep on, playing a delay game. Why the Fulanese keep on killing and damaging the crops of our farmers. And in this case, it become unbearable to all Biafrans, both home and abroad. Then Biafrans, both home and abroad, gather together to find everlasting solution. Though the result of that particular solution was handed over to Mazen Nandekano secretly. And at that point, Mazen Nandekano flagged off Eastern Security Network, which every citizen of Biafra land welcomed that particular idea. We remember 2020, people that travel home, both farmers, our mothers, our sisters, our fathers, were extremely happy for what they see that came out from IPOB to secure the land of Biafra. And immediately after that particular action by Mazen Nandekano, the so-called governors who have been playing delay tactics in securing our people, immediately launch a bubago. They launch a bubago not just to go after the terrorists in our farmland, or the atrocities that Fulanis are committing in our land. But rather, a embargo was specially launched to counter the mind and to counter the desire of the people. Because Eastern Security Network flag off was welcomed by every Biafrans. And what this particular government did, they formed a group that will encounter them. In other words, to allow the Fulanis to come back to their daily activities against our farmers in our bushes. Mr. Charles Soludo, you understand the meaning of insecurity. Mr. Charles Soludo, I want to address you, I want to call you and ask a very critical question today concerning your stand. Because in the North, what is playing out in the North today, the insecurity that is playing out in the North today, is as a result of being a ruler, not being a leader. Professor Charles Soludo, do you want to be a ruler or do you want to be a leader? Because in the history of our land, in Eastern region, we haven't had any leader in our history. The only leader that we have experienced is only Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The rest we have, they are always a ruler. I want to call your attention. Professor Charles Soludo, if you eventually choose a way of being a ruler, I am here on camera to promise you that you are going to fail woefully and your government is going to be a regrettable one. Because Biafrans are not going to allow any act of rulership in our land anymore. Because what we are looking forward to see in our land is leaders, not rulers. We have endured the affliction that rulers have afflicted in our land. The insecurity in our land today are caused by the rulers in our land. The hunger in our land today are caused by the rulers in our land. Non-road network today in our land are caused by the rulers in our land. Kidnapping today in our land are caused by the rulers in our land. Every manner of atrocity that is going on today in Biafra land are being caused by the rulers in our land. And we all we are looking forward to see you becoming a leader, being different from others. What is the meaning of a leader? Leader listening to the people he lead. What is the meaning of ruler? Rulers never listen to the people they rule. Rulers do whatever they like. Rulers impose their own decision on the people. Rulers maltreat their own people like animals and slaves. Rulers will ensure that they afflicted hunger over the people which they are ruling over. But leaders always open the eyes of the people, carry the people along, work on the desire and the demand of the people, not working against the desire and the demand of the people. This is the characteristics of a leader. And Mr. Charles Soludo, I don't know who is behind you in terms of advice. I told you something. I said every governor that have at long presented themselves as rulers in our land have always failed. And I know they will always come around you to make you to fail as well. They will give you an idea of rulership, not idea of leadership. And as soon as you buy the idea of rulership, you are bound to what? To fail woefully. Mr. Charles, Professor Soludo, I want to advise you for the last time. If you eventually want to fall into the class of rulership in our land, we, the people of Biafra, are going to treat you mercilessly. I am not on this camera today to plead with you because you are just a common servant of the people of Biafra. Until you realize this, that you are just a servant, you are not a God over us. The very moment you realize that you are a servant, because a leader is always a servant of his people, you will succeed and you will be an example in our land. Your name will go down in the history as one that changed and brought in sanity in our land. But as soon as you have this, you have adopted this particular mentality of rulership, Soludo, we are going to engage you in a manner that you never like. Because why I'm saying this thing is, we can't continue to allow the politicians to damage our land. The mentality of rulership, you have seen the result in Imo State. The mentality of rulership, you have seen the result in Ebonyi State. The mentality of rulership, you have seen the result in Abia State. The mentality of rulership, you have seen the result in River State, in so many states in Biafra land. And I think we are done, and we will not accept such or allow such particular mentality to continue to reign in our land. Mr. Charles, Professor Soludo, I am calling out to you today, being the 16th of April 2022, to kindly retrace your steps, and whoever that is dishing out this particular devilish idea or advice to you, know it today that that person is your greatest enemy who wants you to fail this time that everybody needed you to succeed. I particularly, Lion Man Leone, I wish you well, and my desire for you is to see you succeed as a governor that will be an example to others. Soludo, your action today by flagging off a armed group in Anambra State is a shameful one. You don't bring in security into existing security. People of Biafra have security already, and that security is Eastern Security Network that the people wholeheartedly welcome, where the people choose the security that will guide them. You will never choose security for the people, but the people must choose their own security, because democracy is the voice of the people, and the people always have the winning in terms of democratic measure. Now, Mr. Charles Soludo, I am telling you today openly, as a man that we all love, that you are heading to a completely failure. Your actions are showcasing a future failure. And I want to call your attention that Funanis and the Britain will always want anybody from the Eastern region to fail their people. And if you eventually desire to fail the people of Biafra, the people of Biafra are going to fail you as well. But if you desire to make the people of Biafra proud by listening to them, by acting according to their own demand, not their own desire, then I promise you, you will succeed, and you will be honored by the Biafrans. Mr. Charles Soludo, anyone who is behind your action, I want you to picture that particular face and see that particular individuals as your greatest enemy who has no good intention for you. Mr. Charles Soludo, you know the demand of the people, inasmuch that is criminals who are parading themselves as Eastern Security Network. I am not in any way in a dispute over that. But you know those criminals, you know where they are coming from. That these particular individuals who are criminals parading themselves as Eastern Security Network are being formed by your fellow politicians. They are being put in place by your own fellow politicians just to make your government ungovernable. But there is something you could have done if you are intelligent. There is something you could have done, because people that owns their land know the secret of the land. Eastern Security Network know the secret of the land. There is something you could have done. You could have been boldly announced that Eastern Security Network should take care of the security in the land that belongs to them, and make sure that there is no any activities of criminality in the state. Then you will now see their performance by securing their own very land. But the action I have seen in you is you are heading to the direction of a disgrace. Remember the action of Hope Uzodinma in Imo State. Imo State has a registering office where you can go and perform your court wedding. Imo State has all this, but a governor who is governing in Imo State, out of fear of atrocity he has committed by trying to impose himself as a ruler over his people, what did he resulted into? A disgraceful action was taken by him, abandoning his own very state where he governed, and took his daughter and his in-law to Abuja, to another man's territory, to another man's state, and perform a marriage for his daughter. Mr. Charles Soludo, I think you are learned. You have all manner of degrees in life. You have all manner of educational background. And now you are acting like an illiterate. You are acting like Hope Uzodinma, who is illiterate, who is a stark illiterate. So my question to you now is, when you begin to act in this manner, do you want to fall into the class of Hope Uzodinma, who is illiterate? Don't we have something we call, at least distinguish yourself from others and make your way a different one as a learned man? Mr. Charles Soludo, I strongly believe that you have allowed criminals to surround you. I strongly believe you have allowed the shameless vagabonds in our land to surround you. I strongly believe you have allowed this agent of Britain and the agent of Funanis to surround you, because I am seeing your administration heading to where there is no wisdom at all. Mr. Charles Soludo, please and please retrace your step. Listen to the voice of the people. ask questions. Ask your people questions as leader always do. Go to public. Make a consultation of the masses in Anambra State. You know the problem and they know the solution. Do not beat around the bush. Do not replace solution trying to manipulate solution. If you manipulate solution, the problem will be there forever. Because this is how what the politicians, your fellow politicians in Eastern region have been doing. They are afraid of tackling or going straight to the solution. Rather, they see that solution as a way to uplift people, a way of liberating people, a way of making the life of people better. But rather, they are beating around the bush. Look at the solution standing here. They choose to move through the bush and boycott the solution and go round and go round and go round, where they keep on only talking and talking and talking. And what they're talking, not that they are not seeing the solution, they are seeing the solution. The solution is visible. But they choose the way of deception rather than to engage in the truth. Mr. Charles Soludo, whoever that is behind your security advice, that person is a moron. That person is a big fool. That person is more than stupid. And I am calling you today, whoever that person is, make sure you not just only sack the person. You not just only sack the person. Treat the person like your enemy. Whoever that is behind your security advice, treat that particular person as your greatest enemy. Because he doesn't want you to succeed. Because what we will not tolerate in Anambra, in our state, in our own land, which is where the land of Biafra began. What we will not tolerate in Anambra is to allow another agent of the Funanis into our land. Enough is enough. We have had enough. Mr. Charles Soludo, if you don't retrace your step from now, this moment I am talking, from now till 48 hours, and do the right thing in our state, you are going to have yourself regret. You are going to regret being born on this surface of this earth, talk less of becoming a governor. Mr. Charles Soludo, you are going to regret why did your mother give birth to you on this earth. Because what you are going to see, because you will not tell the Eastern Security Network to leave the bush. The bush, which have been empty for long, Fulanis dominate the bush, begin to rape, begin to kill the farmers. Only the intervention of Eastern Security Network, Fulanis disappear. Our farmers went back to their farming business. Mr. Charles Soludo, what we will not allow the terrorist foreigners in the name of one Nigeria to besiege us in our own land and afflict hunger in our own land. If you are the agent that is going to help them in this mission, we are telling you today, we are going to treat you as terrorists as well. Because Eastern Security Network, if you push them to the wall, we will have no option or another option than to come to the street and take over our land by you. Take over our land by the Fulani. Take over our land from the Britain. We have had enough. We will not allow any other fool. We will not allow any other slave into our land. We will not allow any other sellout into our land. We have had enough. Anybody, being a man or woman, that will come to afflict pain on our people, we will resist that person. We are going to stand strong and resist that particular person. Mr. Charles Soludo is still fresh. Your office is still fresh. Do not regret why you are born on this earth. Because I see you heading towards that area. You are going to regret why you are even born already in this surface of earth, what you are going to see.
Thank you so much, my wonderful viewers, for watching this video together with me from the beginning to the end. Like I said before, if you like what you see here, if you like what I do in this platform, as you have finished watching this video, please hit that red button that says subscribe and put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you'll be able to know when I upload a new video. Share my videos, leave your comments in the comment section constructively. Until I meet your way again in my next video, I still remain your Linda's TV show. Bye-bye.